check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow One Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products, from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. Back, Goodfellow Sports TV. We in the building. Appreciate everybody for checking in one time for the one time we grinding. Blessings to the brothers and sisters out there supporting the channel. Make sure you jab that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. And gonna talk a little bit about Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. He said, I think it was at Gleason Gym. It's kind of like a ritual that they do for their open media workouts for fights that happen in Brooklyn at the Barclays Center for PBC. And he pretty much said, you know, this is the only sport that you can get paid for to take a man's life. And he says he's trying to take Dominic Breazeale's life, you know, and he's the guy that says, you know, you're speaking into existence. And, you know, part of me don't really like it, but part of me, it kind of, you know, kind of lights a fire under me and kind of makes you want to see the fight. But my whole thing about, you talk about death, ain't no coming back from that. You know, however you feel about Dominic Breazeale, whatever happened between Marcellus, Dominic Breazeale, and Breazeale family, at the end of the man, I never want to see a man not be able to provide for his family. Now, it's always some circumstances where, you know, he go out there, he does, you know, some crimes where he got to do the time where, you know, he loses his life for trying to do whatever he do in the streets. You know, I feel on that one. Dominic Breazeale could have went a lot of different ways in his career. You know what I'm saying? Dominic Breazeale, after he got done with football, he could have went back to the block, even though I know he ain't cut like that. He could have did some scheming or whatever he chose to do. Now, he is egging on Wilder. He poking the bear. But my whole thing about it is I get uneasy when you talk about death. You get uneasy when you lost so many people in the last few months. So, you know, my whole point is I really don't care for it, but it does make the fight that much interesting. And my belief, just, you know, feeling his energy and looking at his demeanor through whatever I'm looking at, my phone, YouTube, on my TV, or my tablet, or my computer, I feel that he means it. You know, I think Deontay Wilder 100% means to go out there and try to take Dominic Breazeale's life. And at the end of the day, Dominic Breazeale got a family. Dominic Breazeale got kids who ain't had nothing to do with this. But like I said before, Breazeale keep egging him on. And maybe that's part of Dominic Breazeale's game plan, is to get Deontay Wilder out of position, get him to go wilder up in there, and get him out of position and clip him. So maybe egging him on like Ali did George Foreman, you know, going to talk to him, and or like he did Sonny Liston, for a better example, to psych him out and hype himself up. But Dominic Breazeale got to deal with the consequences in there come Saturday night. But yet again, it's selling the fight, and I'm surprised the WBC hasn't called Deontay Wilder, because they found him before for talking about he wanted to get a body. And yeah, Mike Tyson talked about it, but does Deontay Wilder really want to, you know, catch Dominic Breazeale's body and put him on it and put him in the grave, you know? And if he does, karma has a funny way of coming back around. And like I said before, him and Dominic Breazeale have been through the legal process or whatever. And I've seen dudes in the streets go through worse. You know what I'm saying? He shot at me, I shot him. And at some point, you know, when they get older, you know, they reconciliate, and it's good. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna never be where I trust you and you got my back, I got my back. But I seen worse circumstances, you know, get resolved. So at the end of the day, it should be all love, respect after the fight. Or will it be another Jamal Charlo J-Rock situation where after the J-Rock fight, Jamal knocked him out? You know, J-Rock wanted to come over and congratulate, and they said, "Oh, F that, get from over here." So usually, you know, bad blood fights, they usually get each other respect in the ring. Rare occurrences, it don't happen like Charlo and J-Rock, but I think this is going to be more like J-Rock and Charlo. You know, Dominic Breazeale could just be talking just to make the fight more interesting, or just talking to hear himself talk. But I don't want to hear Deontay Wilder go out there and talk about, I want to get a body. I know Mike Tyson did it, and it could be all for the pageantry, but really, I don't see Deontay Wilder being that type of person. Just knowing where he's coming from, where his daughter almost losing her life, and he probably lost people in the streets. His homeboy lost his legs and stuff of that nature. I don't see Deontay Wilder being the type of brother that want to take somebody's life, no matter what Dominic Breazeale said, borderline racial slurs, or whatever he said about his baby mama's kids. But when you talk about people's kids, you kind of dig yourself in that grave. And me personally, I don't want to see Dominic Breazeale lose his life in the ring. I think a nice Arthur Spilka type knockout, Bermane Stiverne type knockout will do. But Deontay Wilder got to keep his composure in a fight like this, because, You go out there and you looking for the knockout, you looking for the KO, and you got opposition like he doing square up. You know, Dominic Breazeale is a big human being. Heard he was out 255. Shit, a punch from that size, man, even on the street, could put you to sleep with 10-ounce gloves on. So Deontay Wilder got to be on his P's and Q's and stay on his toes and keep his composure. This is the type of fight where he get wild, get out of position, and Dominic Breazeale can hit him with that Buster Douglas lucky right, and you know, break the lottery. So, end of the day, I don't like the comments. Understand it makes this fight that much more intriguing. It is what it is, man. It's Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget to check out our sponsor out, the Help Blaze, at thehelpblaze.com. Promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Get you 18% off the 100% all natural products, soaps, lotions, foot soaks, bath bombs, deodorant, toothpaste, hair pomade, and much, much more. And don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or video request. One time for the one time. Y'all know the business is Goodfellas Sports TV. We gone.